This challenge right here is what I imagine it's like to be in a Veilfisk video. There's food right there, just fucking for 5 minutes. Could you not be yourself? For 5 minutes. Oh, and I'm gonna have to sit through most of this again to edit. So, this video is gonna require a little bit of context. Last year, I did the first installment of something I called the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis Challenge series, in which I challenged myself to build a 5-star park without using any fences. This, it turns out, was a fairly trivial challenge on account of the visitor shelter being frankly overpowered. Now, you may well at this point be asking, well, hold on a sec. Did you not start this segment out by saying that you did this JPOG challenge last year? So why has the second episode never made it to the internet? Well, the truth is, I've had the footage sitting on my laptop for nearly a year. I've just dreaded going into the editing process because this challenge broke me. I'm uploading this challenge as more of a cautionary tale than a piece of genuine entertainment because the amount of mental torture I went through while playing that game is not something I would wish on anyone else. So let me briefly explain to you how this challenge works. You take a perfectly normal install of Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, then you disallow yourself the use of carnivore feeders, then you make every single herbivore be classified as a small herbivore and make small herbivores cost $10,000 to incubate, with the exception of the Triceratops, which you keep as a large herbivore, which only costs $500 to incubate, but also has buffed attack and defense to the point where it can take many, many more hits and can one-shot pretty much everything. Trust me, this is not a recipe for depression in any way, shape or form. With all of this in mind, despite you being a sadistic fuck because you're still watching this video, let the torture commence. Right. Well, generating islands is going to be a little bit interesting for this one. Because I'm sort of more dependent on the on what I get as my starting dinosaurs. I'm a lot bit dependent on that, in fact. That middle bit looks interesting. Sure, let's try that one.
Welcome back.
Okay. Let's see what we have.
Hello.
Nope. Can't use this seed.
Hello, my name is John.
Try again, we should get... Okay, we haven't got the same island.
Hello again.
We got the same dinosaurs. God damn it. Come on, game, help me.
My name is John Hammond, and I am in charge of InGen, the company that you now work for.
Can you look after this while I get a soda?
Okay, and we have... You know what? This works. This is going to be an interesting park build. I found the perfect little alcove for the park entrance. And then we can sort of have a little path here that sort of vaguely follows the river. Because I like that kind of aesthetic. This, arguably, one of the biggest QOL improvements that Evolution 2 could have given over JPOG is, can we please just be able to make paths that aren't grid-based? Like, I get why that had to be a thing. It's called, you know, technical limitations. But still, the challenge build park with carnivores. Without using a carnivore feeder. So we can get an Albertosaurus going, just because I don't know how much more we will want to have at the beginning of this. And we should also probably, and I'm going to buy just the one Expedic team, because then we can fill one of these up. There's an idea forming for a park layout in here somewhere.
Message from the park warden's office.
We'll have to sort of drive this into that one, and that'll become the sort of... Yeah, that's actually almost... That can just go straight to the other end of the island. Perfect! I will absolutely take that. Pachycephalosaurus remains, we do not care about that in the slightest. All we care about for herbivores is that we have at least one that's above,
It's good to see you.
well, let's have them be able to be fed to carnivores level. And thankfully, because of how JPOG works, and they haven't figured out how to work around that, we sort of have to start with the one. Unless, of course, we're given the Genii formation to start with, in which case there's a very real chance that we might have started with 2 carnivores. But also that feels a bit too overpowered. Especially because, you know, 1 carnivore of those, ever so slightly Spinosaurus. Should of course do my usual of... That's a scenic platform, that's also free. That's a wonder window, because there's one Albertosaur somewhere. There it is.
Welcome back.
Message from Dr. Grant.
And you can have some paleo salad. I could charge for the toilets, but I'm not going to, because I'm not a piece of shit. And also, I don't like hatching another one this soon after they are only gonna last for like half a year. I would like pretty please if we could find some Albertosaurus DNA. That'd be wonderful.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Huh. Ask and ye shall receive. Albertosaurus DNA. Thank you, Grant. Thanks for listening to me. Well, I guess time to demonstrate the feeding mechanism. Well,
Sure.
Albertosaurus does need to be fed. So we shall real quick take care of that. Letter of the law. There is nothing stopping me from pumping out a lot of herbivores, and they do contribute a little bit to, like, dinosaur diversity scores and whatever. Spirit of the law, I'm not gonna do that, because that... Yeah, that's just not how this challenge is supposed to work. There we are. First scream of the Screamy Boy. The game. Al. Stop it. Al, there's a nice lunchable meat right over here. You just have to... Al, turn around 180. Yes, now go in that direction. Yeah, no. Turn right. No. Look, Evolution 2 gets a lot of flack. Some of it justified, don't get me wrong. But at least the carnivores know how to hunt. Instead of just run around in circles and confuse themselves. It's over the other direction. You dumb fuck. Souvenir stand. Cash machine, why not? Great, and now you've tired yourself out so you need to sleep. Hold on. I'm gonna have to fucking help you, apparently. Because you're that bad a carnivore. If I do that... Hopefully... that should then trap the Pachycephalosaurus in here, because mountains. Yes, it's working so far. Now I just need you to wake up at any time.
Message.
Ooh, Amber. Oh. Not worth it. Not worth it. Statistically, the chance of this... We need so little Albertosaurus DNA.
Hello.
Well, I say so little. We need about like 35%, but still. This could fill that, or more likely it could waste time on herbivore DNA that we don't need. I'm gonna move that I sell it. Because that means more money. And boy am I gonna need the money to feed my poor stupid... Come on, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you're in the hunt. The hunt is very much on right now. Is it because Albertosaurs are actually so useless that they need to hunt in pairs? Is that what it is? Come on, it's easy. It's just a 1v1 on Rust, mate.
Message from John Hammond. Message from Dr. Sattler.
And now you're thirsty instead. For God's sake. Oh, don't. And then you took so long eating it, it's...
It's good to see you. Good.
My fucking Albertosaurus, I swear to God.
Hi there.
Oh, no, you don't. Why are you listed as having zero... You know what? Sure, if you're not gonna count it as a kill, then I'm also not. I can respect that. What, do you want me to serve it on a silver platter? Sure, I can do that. And now let's just tenderize the meat a little. And now we just move. God, if I'm gonna have to do this for every single carnivore. This is the issue again, of giving carnivores in this game a large enclosure. Don't ever do that. They will just get confused. Go on. It's right there. If you don't have the scent of it, you are absolute... Thank you.
From Dr. Sattler.
And that also counts for your hunt, so that's wonderful. Oh damn, that was quick. For that to turn into a cadaver. What manner of thing have I changed for that to be the case? Look, it's already fading away, and it's fading away real fast. What have I done? Well, that's gonna make this challenge all the more difficult, isn't it? Go. And a bit of light decoration work. This is actually sorta coming together. Again, I could charge money for this, but it helps, would you believe it or not, I found, to not do that, because that means people actually use it. And that helps your scores, and that helps your park rating. Is how I found this sort of thing genuinely goes. I did originally have the price for herbivores to feed, set as about 100 grand, but that was just impossible in the early game, so it's 10 grand.
How can I help?
Binoculars was probably the one to go for, actually. Because my scores are falling quite drastically because the Albertosaurus is napping over here. At the other end of the enclosure, where it's not visible.
Urgent message from John Hammond.
Ah, that's probably the first star then. Can't really do much with that at the moment. Alright, come on now, hunt it. Do it, eat it. No, eat that! The Pachycephalosaur! You... You big fat dum-dum. Oh, the Pachycephalosaur's fucked up. Come on, go get it. Do it already.
Message from Dr. Grant. Message from Dr. Sattler.
And now the water supply's contaminated. Well done, buddy. That's not the image of John Hammond game. I'm not entirely sure what's happened with this, but okay. Now... fossil hunting. What site do I go for next? I feel like despite having basically 3 Triceratops, this is a bad choice for now. What I need are more carnivores to bolster my ratings. From that perspective, the obvious choice would be this one. Because, like I said, Spinosaurus and Carcharodontosaurus. But I also feel like that's a very strong 1-2 punch of dinosaurs. So I kinda don't want that. Other obvious choices, well, Acrocanthosaurus, Tyrannosaurus, Velociraptor, and Allosaurus. I'm kinda feeling Velociraptor. I'm feeling dangerous. Let's see, from as far back as here now, thanks to the binoculars, they can see this Albertosaurus being a derp.
Hi.
This is why you also research the binoculars. The range of which they extend is incredible. Now comes the fun choice of, do I want to try and feed my carnivores something that is roughly what they would have been, well, according to the game, what they would have been feeding on. Because I have a bit of Gallimimus DNA.
It's good to see you.
And in some ways I do feel
Good to
like
see you.
might not be a bad idea to have a sort of a small herbivore that they will have to sort of I say deal with it. But also have one that the larger carnivores can just, you know, swallow whole. Just because I think the thrill seekers will like this. That might not be the worst idea I've ever had. Tell you what, I'll wait and see what I get for dino DNAs.
Welcome.
And then we shall make the decision on do we feed them paleo or not. I say why do I feed them paleo? I'm the one doing this. You're just watching an edited YouTube video. Presumably, hopefully, maybe, getting inspiration for some dumb Jurassic Park Operation Genesis challenges of your own. But still, I think we should brace for this challenge to take a little bit longer than the old herbivore one. But that's okay. I can learn to deal with it. Now, 3 Albertosaurs versus 1 single Pachycephalosaurus. Can they take it down if they act as a group? Come on, boys, get the scent. It's right over here. It's not that difficult. Is it just me, or does it feel like they are starting to close in on it, but then the game decides to throw them for a loop? Come on, it's right there. It's right over there. Surely they can smell it from here. Surely. Oh. They found it. This Pachycephalosaurus is about to have a real bad day. Here we go. 3 Albertosaurus versus 1 Pachy. And the Pachy is doing surprisingly well. You missed. You missed! How could you miss? He was 3 feet in front of you! Why is this Pachycephalosaur still alive? Oh, because 2 of you fell asleep, is it? You are... No wonder you went extinct. Come on, go for the kill, just damn it. And of course, because... And now there's a feast. For these 2 at least. And... it's already a cadaver and it's fading away. I do have an idea. An idea has formed in my mind, and I'm quite proud of it. Perfect. We'll have just enough Amalocephaly to make them. That is exactly what we want. Yeah, I figured this would happen. It's because you're so useless at hunting! And you're still hungry. You still want to hunt somehow. Alright.
See you again, sure.
Throw in a few more, why don't we? We've got the money right now. Something something, see the money, like the money. You know the drill by now. And caught a disease. Wonderful.
We really need to discuss this.
Again, real funny. How diseases always seem to happen on like the second day. Of a Jesus. The power of Christ compels you. 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 Power of Christ. How many times have you sneezed in a row? Power of Christ.
Urgent message from Grandpa.
Hey, 2 stars with a Sigalbertosaurus. In January of 2001. This is actually going better than expected at this point.
What are your instructions?
And I still don't... I have had no Velociraptor. That neck is looking real painful right now. That's not how necks are supposed to look. There we go, that's better. Right, feeder plan. Dino lure.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Herbivores. Hopefully what will happen is this one will get the scent of it. When it is, you know, busy not being attacked. And then it will hopefully go over here and it'll be dazed by it. So that way, the carnivores will hopefully soon realize that all they have to do is wait near there for their food to be delivered to them. Come on, game, make something interesting happen, please. On one hand, I like the vibe of that heat waves give, but also 36.8 centigrade. Fuck that. Dino flu. Vaccinate everyone, please, helicopter.
Message from
We
Dr.
seem to
Grant.
have an Electricum and a chopper. That's interesting. Oh God, Elon Musk is the sort of person who would unironically sponsor the Indominus Rex, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, he is. He would unironically sponsor the Indominus Rex on the condition that it's called the Muscosaurus Elon I, or some dumb things like that. Oh, timeline that we live in, why you gotta be so crap?
Message from Peter Ludlow.
I was hoping you'd be quite satisfied. I'm making hella cash. Making hella Skrilla. I just look at that, exactly 1 hella Skrilla. Okay, at this point I'm starting to question if I've messed something up. With at least the Flaming Cliffs, because this is exhausted, this is not doing so well, and the first thing that comes out of this bed is Gallimimus. Where is the Velociraptor? I found nothing. Hello, game, Velociraptor, please. Yes, it works. It's been lured. The strategy for drawing the herbivores out of here works, seemingly. Which means that sooner or later, what should happen is that those Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and Tweedledummist over there somewhere should eventually get the scent. Come on, I've made it as easy for you as I possibly can, save for, of course, you know, sedating it. But I feel like you all need the you need the you need the exercise.
Message from Dr. Wu.
What should we do here?
And there we go.
From Dr. Sato.
Took you long enough, boys. Well, you know, girls.
Great.
Now we wait for the fossil market to refresh. And see if there's some Velociraptor in that, because if there isn't, I seem to have misplaced the Velociraptor. That was, I don't think that was part of this challenge, but okay. Okay, you know what? This calls for drastic measures. I will have to play the Joker that is. Get this one. Simply because this has been a waste of time.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Very conspicuously, it's added one Spinosaurus bit. I think... Did I accidentally comment out the Velociraptor as existing? I mean, there's got to be... There has got to be Spinosaurus, at least. Because we do have
Greetings.
this trace of it.
Message from Dr.
Spinosaurus being very typically Spinosaurus right now, and incredibly hard to find, it turns out. Oh boy, oh damn. Yes, Carcharodontosaurus, I will absolutely take that. It's a carnivore DNA, what we found. If I have to repurpose this into a Carcharodontosaurus, I will take that. I just need carnivore's game. Please help. And my park rating has fallen to 1.5. That's... I do not remember the last time that's happened in one of my JPOG playthroughs. And I've had my park rating actively drop. Is it just because I declared emergency this early? That will be largely it, won't it?
Really need to discuss this.
Urgent message from Dr. Sato.
Cousin, you couldn't have collapsed like 2 seconds earlier, right?
Welcome back.
Well, the good news is that it's yet to hit land. Yeah, go on. Do your thing, Twister. Just get it over with already, will ya?
Urgent message from the park administrator.
And also, could you please kill as few Albertosaurs as possible? Thank you very much. Nope. It's coming back.
There is a storm approaching the island. Message from Dr. Grant.
Game? Sure. Gold deposits and everything else. A Soranosaur.
No problem.
Game. I thought we had... Nah. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. So there's this whole thing about... You know how in Jurassic World Evolution 2 you can definitely tell which dinosaurs got a lot of love in the visual design, the animation, the sound design. Same applies for JPOG. Albertosaurus. Its comatose pose is just its dead pose. It does not have eyelids, which some dinosaurs do.
I can't believe this is happening. What should we do?
It is, if you Albertosaurus, if you will, is a standard dinosaur. Whereas something like Carcharodontosaurus is a premium dinosaur.
This is looking very
Which I'm hoping to be able to showcase. Oh, yes. Yes, a good bit of Carcharodontosaurus. I will take it. I just need you to stop finding Oranosaurus. Finally, things are looking on the up for the All-Carnivore park. More Oranosaurus, sure.
Yes.
But we'll get a little bit more money. Money! Money! Now you may be asking, does this toilet plumb directly into the river? I'm not gonna answer that question. Come on, game. More Carcharodontosaurus and or Spinosaurus, please. Nah. Take more Spino. Absolutely, I will. Ooh, Thunderstorm.
I thought you might like some input.
This'll be fun. Thunderstorms sound so fucking good in this game. Do I feel like spoiling one of the potential future challenge ideas? Considering that we are currently experiencing a thunderstorm in-game. You know what, all I'll say is, that one does very much utilize this weather condition. And it's also very much inspired by a scenario in this game. That's, in case you haven't gotten on yet, that's most of what this is. It's original JPOG and JWE2 challenges, but like dialed up to 11. That's most of what these challenges are gonna be. Back up to 1.5 stars. I feel like if I do, I can speed it up, but I would really rather have full DNA. But the game is also weirdly insistent on not helping me. Is that a high velociraptor I see?
Message from Dr. Grant.
Game! Where's... What? Thanks, game, you fucking cunt! Die a lot of Spinosaurus DNA.
Okay.
Now let's extract all of it. We'll have to have... Okay, we've got some good times coming. Which I feel like we're gonna need, because,
Message from Dr.
oh god, and you're all hungry. Great. Wonderful. On the positive side, though,
Great to see you again.
we can now breed Spinosaurus. I will wait a little because I've got a bit more cooking, but
Great to see you again.
Spinosaurus is happening. And at some point, hopefully, so will Velociraptor.
Message from Dr. Grant.
That plan is back on the table. One thing I think is interesting, for no real reason whatsoever, the dino cost, seemingly what it does is it rounds down to the nearest 15. Hence why you can... This is supposed to just be 10,000, but because reasons of how
Message from Dr. Wu.
someone decided it'd be fun, I don't know. It rounds to the nearest 15, but if it did that it would be 10,005, hence the game rounds down. Again, I have no idea why, but that seems to be what's happening. 83%, yes.
From the park administrator.
We're getting so incredibly close to Spinosaurus. And finally getting a second species. Because, my god, does this park need it. I forgot I wanted to test if the Ouranosaurus gave more meat.
Message from Dr. Grant.
I have a strange feeling that no, it doesn't, but... yeah, they have started to cannibalize each other. Which is not good. Could you eat the Pachycephalosaur instead? That'd be wonderful. I'm sure people will enjoy this magnificent dinosaur, being fed to some carnivores. Ooh, max value. Yes.
Urgent message from Dr. Sattler.
Already it's Animal rights activists would have a field day with this park, I'll tell ya. Now go on. Eat. No, don't. Dumb fuck. Yes, we've got a couple more bits of Velociraptor now. That is lovely. Now, Ludlow,
Do you have a moment to speak with us?
I appreciate the concern, but...
Message from Dr.
you know, maybe he does have a point. Maybe that might be a little too much. 2.5 grand, here we go.
Sattler.
Now, how much meat is on you? Seemingly a lot more. Fantastic. We've got our new feeder animal. And yes, it does indeed come with a CD player. We're back to making exactly one Hellish Gorilla per park entrance. Period. What I'm gonna do... is probably buy the Velociraptors, because we are currently still excavating for Carcharodontosaurus. So if that shows up...
Message from Dr. Grant.
oh great, it's all exhausted. Wonderful. Thank you, game. Just what I needed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special announcement. A new 5-star attraction has arrived in Jurassic Park. Spinosaurus, a truly frightening predator from Cretaceous Africa, is now on display. Visitors with heart conditions should consult a doctor before viewing this dinosaur.
These sort of dinosaur hatching messages don't really have the same impact when you've turned the music off so that you can music it up yourself.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Finally, we found Velociraptor in the wild. And it's a low quality. God fucking damn. See? Spinosaurus, for instance, has eyelids what are modeled if you use the high quality models thing that for some reason you have to go into a notepad document to change. But if you do that, Spinosaurus is a premium dinosaur.
Message from Peter Ludlow.
Great, what's Peter now got to complain about? What? I'll tell you why little construction has happened. It's called I've had this enclosure over here ready for about a year. And only now has it finally got a Spino in it. That's what's happened, Mr. Ludlow. Fucking cunt. How are you people looking? You're about to get hungry again. You could do with an Ouranosaurus burger.
Message from Dr. Grant.
What are your instructions?
Spinosaurus is about as bored as I am at the moment.
Absolutely.
Imagine that fate. Being a dinosaur, what was brought back from many millions of years ago, into this entirely new world that you don't understand. Only to be placed behind bars for viewing of everyone else, and all you can do is take a mud bath to entertain yourself. Spino mud bath is apparently worth half a star in and of itself, so that's interesting. Oh, you abs... Well, I suppose that was kinda to be expected. Still sucks. And yep, it was the oldest one they murdered. Of course it was. Guys, there's an Oranosaur over here. Just fucking murder or eat your body. Do that.
Message from Dr. Grant.
You've already killed him. It's 20 grand. But that will be worth it for the sake of feeding dinos. Yes, full raptor. Fuck yeah. Oh, and it only took me completing the formation first. Ah, what a logical progression. Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. Stop mud bathing, go for... Sure, go for a drink first. Shit, I didn't check the weather. So it's gonna hit the Albertosaurus enclosure, definitely. Yeah, it's wiped out the whole corner. Great, thanks.
Back.
I know the Twister's just off having fun in the Pacific.
Thanks for stopping by.
This will be fine, right? And cancel emergency. And feed you an Oranosaurus, because if I don't, you'll get cranky. Velociraptor... Methinks... Do like... No, we probably want to scoot it over a bit more, don't we? Like this. And then all the way down here to the coastline. And then that's a reasonably sized Velociraptor enclosure in it. Yep. And we can throw in a viewing dome. That can be put about there. Doesn't really add much, but fuck it, it looks nice. It's my park, I do what I want, Mom. One more park entry. And then we can open the Velociraptor enclosure. Yes. Spinosaurus is taking a mud bath again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're very proud to announce the arrival of our latest attraction, Velociraptor. Don't let their size fool you. These raptors are destined to be one of our most entertaining exhibits. Please enjoy these dinosaurs, safe in the knowledge that visitor safety is our top priority.
Which do we think helped make this sort of Velociraptor, or Dromaeosaurid in general, design more popular? Jurassic Park 3 or Operation Genesis? Because I think, unironically, that like when people think of the Jurassic Park 3 female Velociraptor, I think, unironically, Operation Genesis might have done more for that design than JP3 did. Like, JP3 has many problems, but one of them is not its Velociraptors. But even then, I feel like just through sheer force of JPOG being quite awesome, or JPOGgies, if you will, I feel like it must have done so much for this sort of grayish white with black spots.
Message from Dr. Grant.
That sort of, is it a trope in design? It probably is, isn't it? Now, raptors. Here's an prey animal.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Go get it.
Message from Dr. Grant.
And this is why JPOG Velociraptors are awesome. Oh, come... You haven't... I just apparently cannot keep Albertosaurus. Okay then.
I'm sorry, but you can't afford that.
Huh. Well, this is a conundrum. 3,
Message
2,
from Dr. Sattler.
1. Please park entrance, I can hear the chopper. Happen so that I can build a little lake to...
Message from Dr. Grant.
so that my Velociraptors don't dehydrate to death. Thank you.
Message from Dr. Grant.
Oh, please, for the love... Why? What is there for you to get stuck on? JPOG, for 5 minutes. Could you not be yourself? For 5 minutes. And you're about to become a problem. Great. Thankfully, you got stuck again. What is there to get stuck on, game? The only carnivores that actually work as carnivores in this park are the Velociraptors. The Albertosaurs are absolutely useless at hunting. Because they seem to prefer cannibalizing each other. The Spinosaurus gets stuck on terrain. The Velociraptors are the only ones that actually work. And now you've fallen as... Oh, you see what I mean? The priorities. I'll be real. This is not much better than JWE2's carnivores. Priority number 1 being let's exterminate everything. Because at least let's exterminate everything doesn't mean, ah, well, there's a prey animal that's nice and dead over here. I'll just sleep when I'm, you know, actively starving. Don't tell me you got stuck again, please. You have, haven't you? You know what? We're gonna try something. If I hatch another Spinosaurus in here, will that then get unstuck with this, or get stuck with this one? Or, well, because this one is occupied, the one piece of geometry that's a bit iffy. Will that effectively block that one from getting stuck? That's what we're gonna try and find out. Curious, this game's choice to make Tyrannosaurus the only large carnivore that definitely can't do groups. Because, like, Spinosaurus can do groups, they'll just constantly fight if you don't give them a big enough enclosure. You know what? Let's do it. I feel like I'm gonna need the 5 stars to get to this. Oh, come on, Velociraptors, it's right over there!
What should we do here?
I have previously gone on record calling you the only competent hunters. Don't let me down now at this stage of the game. Are you trying to... Are you seriously trying to get at the one that's inside the Albertosaurus enclosure? You know what? Fuck you! It's not happening, boys. No, you have your own perfectly valid meat receptacle right over here. Go indeed. Yeah, this way. Go indeed from this one. No, over here. This way. Yes. Yes. Oh, one of you've got it.
What should we do here?
Message from Dr. Sacker.
Come on. Lead your buddies to the Urannosaurus. Yes.
Message from Dr. Sacker.
That took you all a while, didn't it? Oh, great. Another quarterly report. Funny you should say that, Ludlow, because that's another idea. But that's for another challenge video, potentially. And the two of you are still finding each other. Consistently. Oh great, wire. It's one of the Velociraptors. Great. That was surprisingly simple.
Urgent message from John Hammond.
Damn, and I haven't even built the Carcharodontosaurus enclosure yet. Hell yeah, I'll take it. So that's how, even if they get stuck, what happens is when they go in a territorial dispute, that'll somehow override their stuckness because they need to fight this out. That's how that... Good. Great to know. Thanks, JPOG. Wonderful. Best game. Money! Give it to me. I want to see the money.
Message from Dr. Wu.
Because I like the money. Is it a Velociraptor again? Yes, it is. Got it. No, but it did get one. No, that died from malnutrition. Okay. Well. Maybe the remaining 3 Velociraptors can agree better. Don't fight. Don't fight. Don't start fighting or you will go into rampage mode. And you are a Spinosaurus. That might actually be terrifying. And problematic for me as a park builder. Think? Fuck. Not again. That was not the button I meant to press. Ah. Damn it. Well. We're down to 2 Velociraptors.
Consult a physician before viewing this magnificent dinosaur.
There it is. The running mascara boy himself. Also taking a mud bath, apparently. Or dust bath. Yes, now there we go. That's the sort of money that we need.
It's good to see you.
Could you stop dust bathing? You know what? I'm gonna say it. I don't hate the Carcharodontosaurus design in this game. But it is also very 2000s. Like, the sound design is pretty good, obviously. It just... Why did they give the face? You... That is just a runny mascara look, and it... With the red eyebrow crests, which... By themselves, yeah, that's a pretty cool... Like, neat little touch. Not unlike, you know, Allosaurus from Walking with Dinosaurs. Which is just what Allosaurus looked like canonically. But... It feels a little too Shadow the Allosauroid, if you know what I mean. See, now that we can charge a lot of money per park entry, we're suddenly getting somewhere in terms of the whole let's also be able to feed the dinosaurs thing. Because feeding them is it's not cheap, I'll say that much. Again, is it a Velociraptor? Yeah. What is my Velociraptor's fucking problems? Again, speaking of grim worlds to come into, imagine just being born and released into this world and there's a cadaver that looks exactly like you. Did that... Okay. That'll be why. I thought you were... No, not... God damn it. Well, I know what you have been problematic, so fuck you.
Message from Dr. Sacker.
You are extremely close to dying, holy shit. How are you? I cannot see any speck of blue in that. Mans, you are at like 1 hit point. You are the sort of dinosaur where the DM would, after they've rolled damage, go, yep, still, okay, not anymore. Park is proceeding as expected. Yeah, right. You keep telling yourself that. Researched everything you need to build the perfect Jurassic Park. Yeah. I'm trying. This challenge right here is what I imagine it's like to be in a Veilfisk video, because this has also been a good handful of hours or thereabouts. I'm nowhere near done, as you can see from the fact that there's a star and a half missing up here.
Message from Dr. Grant.
And it feels like it keeps going in the same fucking loops. This... The open range park was fun. Because it was sort of me looking at, hey, everyone who thinks you know this game, you actually don't. Because if you just do so and so, you can actually build a park with no fences. That was fun. This is not fun. This is carnivores being derpy for several hours. Carnivores being derpy and, you know, bad at the... This was a surprisingly effective hunt. That is the first one that I've seen where I can say that. In all honesty, you probably could get a park like this to 5 stars with investing enough time in it. I'm just not sure I can be bothered. Oh boy, something interesting has finally happened. The balloon tour has crashed. That means we need to... Oh god damn it, I forgot to activate emergency mode. But we're gonna get at least one of you out of here. Any other survivors? Nope, doesn't seem like it. Well... I love volume mixing, don't you? Calm the fuck down, both of you. Finally. You do realize this... They're having a seizure. You can't fight them for territory. So you're just gonna shit on them instead. Good. Well done. Good camaraderie. I've had a thought just now, because this is how desperate I am for something to happen. Given, this auto lure, given that it's designed as, or displayed as sort of a green smoke, and we know that the green smoke is definitely plant-based, because this is what attracts herbivores. Is this just a place where herbivores go to get high? Are we in Jurassic Park? Just smoking that dank OG Kush. Ah yes, JPOG, where dinosaurs get attacked from miles away as long as they're not on screen. And that's how they fake it. Well, in some very weird ways around, I think this has swung back into being kinda balanced. Because now we have to feed so many dinosaurs so often that it might be possible for at least some of them to substitute Ouranosaurus with a Triceratops. I'm thinking primarily the Velociraptors might be able to out-tank it. Like, the Albertosaurs, not a chance in hell. They are way too useless for that. Carcharodontosaurs, potentially? Spinosaurus likewise maybe. T-Rex absolutely not, because if a T-Rex goes into a death battle with a Triceratops, the T-Rex is as good as dead. Thanks, Fossil Market, I only need one of them. You know what, I might as well.
Why not?
Exactly, Grant. Why not? You know what? Fuck it. I'll take it. I'll take it. We'll do the T-Rex. We'll hopefully get to 4 stars. I can show off the Triceratops at least. And then I can call this dumb challenge game over and probably a failure because I don't get to 5 stars. Oh, this is so not recommendable. This has probably been the worst time I can remember playing JPOG. Fuck it, we've eaten paleo, why not? Is the T-Rex hunting the helicopter? Is that what's... At the very least I haven't noticed that behavior before, that they would hunt the balloon. Very different visitor summary to last time, is it? Thrill seekers are thrilled. Fun lovers are having fun. Dino nuts are just sort of along for the ride. And mainstream is, well, mainstream. Guess we can paleo it up a little bit at least.
I'm sorry, but you can't afford.
Well, don't tell me you've gotten stuck, both of you. You totally have, haven't you? Alright.
Urgent message from John Hammond.
Hey, Foster! I was doing other things and I got a 4th star! Yes! I can showcase the Triceratops!
From Dr. Sadler.
It's just, I would like to point out, I don't know how much of that I'm leaving in, but it's just been dead silence for a while. Because, god damn it. Right, Hell Creek B. And all teams rush into that. Rush B.
This is a major
So on and so forth.
You must-
You know what, at this point I just want to showcase the Triceratops. And I really would not have to continue too much.
No problem.
I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit. More Triceratops, yes. One step closer to being able to show it off. Because I have actually modified a Triceratops to do that. To serve as tanky livestock. There just sort of hasn't been an opportunity to show it off because game's being weird again. Let me guess. No? Has the T-Rex resumed its rampage? No. Oh, it's you. 'Cause it's you. Okay, that was a cheat. Again, that was cheating. And Albertosaurus has had a t-shirt, because of course it fucking has. There's food right there. Just fucking...
Let this go on. Do something.
Finally. Last piece of Triceratops that I need. Oh, this is so... Oh, and I'm gonna have to sit through most of this again to edit. Here you can see it. Triceratops. It costs $500 to incubate, so it's not all that much. But it's... You know what? Let's try and unleash it on the Velociraptors. Why not? I'll just real quick save before then. And then let's unleash it on the Velociraptors and see what happens. Because like I will have said in the intro, the Triceratops is a bit of a tank. It has...
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special announcement. Our newest 5-star attraction, the heroic herbivore Triceratops, is now on display. This gentle giant put a smile on the faces of those visitors who long to see a vegetarian who fights back. Please enjoy.
I forget which way around it is, but it has sometimes more hit points and deals sometimes more damage. Come on, Velociraptors. Hunt the Triceratops. Do it. You can see already, it's not dropping health at anywhere near the rate you would expect. And, yeah, it fucks some Velociraptors up. Like this poor soul who's about to die.
Message from Dr. Sattler.
It is gonna require cooperation from the Velociraptors to take a Triceratops down.
To see you again.
And there's not even knowledge. It's already started to fade. How's the Spinosaurus? Let's put a Triceratops up against the Spinosaurus. Let's see how that works out. Oh, come on, don't start fighting now. Now when I've just released the World Destroyer into your enclosure. Don't do that. Should I help them along a bit?
Message from
Nah, we'll wait and see how they do. That was the amount of health that took from the Triceratops. It is a fucking tank. Uh-oh, ramming speed.
message from Dr.
And one-shotting a Spinus. You see what I mean? And that... Okay, maybe I've overplayed it a little bit, but... That's why the Triceratops is the sort of... It's the cheap option, but...
What would you recommend here?
Especially if you sort of let it do it like I just did. It will fuck your carnivores over. Anyway, I'm gonna fucking stop now because this has been... Jesus Christ, it's been such a painful time. I need to go and play something that's actually fun. And that, finally, is the end of that. Remember in the beginning where I said that this challenge was not fun to play? Yeah, having edited this whole thing, that's not much different. If I were to recommend this challenge, I'd probably change the cost of herbivores to about half so that the game pace doesn't come to a screeching halt every 5 minutes, and maybe leave the Triceratops' health as is or with only a minor boost. Unchanged from how it appears in this video, however, this challenge's only real use is as a torture device. Will there be more JPOG challenges in the future? Maybe. I'm gonna need some time to recover from this one, and I've got some other projects I'm much more excited about. But, you know, never say never.